Hello, I'm Ben Glebe, and your first idiot test begins now. Which one most likely runs in this family? Are you thinking blonde hair? Well, then why don't you just tell the brown-haired kid she's adopted? It's unclear which traits run in the family, but from the looks of Grandpa's outfit, he's the one in the family who runs. But don't run anywhere, because idiot test starts now. Welcome, everybody, to Idiot Test. As long as there have been families, they have been feuding. Except for these two families who have not met yet. But today, they'll be battling like the Hatfields and McCoys on a very special family face-off edition of Idiot Test. Tonight, we have mother and son Christian and Trista. And father and son Jake and Felix.
Yeah,
you got it. One of these teams will get to play for $10,000. The other team will not get to play for $10,000. I don't know if people would clap that. That would be a sad situation. Hello, Tristan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Christian, your mother and son.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
When did you have him? Like at age 2? Hard to believe.
I was 24.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
I'm into it. Let me explain the rules. In this first round, you and your partner will be working together. The correct answer is always somewhere on the screen. The first test begins at $300, but every second you don't answer, you will lose 20 bucks. Get the test right, the money goes in your bank. But you get it wrong or run out of time, you get nothing. Is that cool?
That's cool.
It's cool.
If it's also cool, then your first idiot test begins right now.
Which pitcher is least likely to make the Hall of Fame?
Okay.
Pitcher. That one right there.
Okay, you locked with $140 in your money meter. What'd you do?
Well, this one, they play baseball. Then that's beer.
That is a decent way to describe this. I mean, John Lester, Bartolo Colon, both good pitchers. Clayton Kershaw, one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you touched the pitcher of beer.
Yeah.
Can I see your ID, son? The only pitcher pictured here that cannot ever make Baseball Hall of Fame would be the inanimate object, the pitcher of beer. You found it, you touched it, you explained it well. 140 in your bank. I'm going over here. Jake?
Yep.
Felix? You guys are father-son?
That's right.
We are.
When did you have him? At like age 2?
Oh, I love you too.
Are you guys ready to play the game?
We are.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Your first idiot test begins right now.
All right.
Which manhole should this worker use? Manhole should this worker use?
$100.
one.
Okay, locked in with $100. What'd you do?
Well, it looks like he's gonna have to go work in the manhole, and these are manhole covers. So I went with the manhole.
You reach right out and you put your finger in that manhole. And sometimes when you do that, someone gives you cash, $100 in your bank. Nicely done. $100 to 140. Trista and Christian, why do you think mothers and sons are better than fathers and sons?
It's hard to beat that mother-son bond.
Seem like you get along well. You guys close?
Best friends.
Almost. I'm his mom, so I can't be his best friend. But we're pretty close.
Are you guys ready for your next test?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Your idiot test begins right now.
Which one's definitely having the hardest time breathing right now? Which one is definitely?
You didn't even consult your mom. You locked in with $120. What did you do?
I pressed the scorpion here because I'm not familiar with aquatic scorpions.
You're not familiar with aquatic scorpions.
I'm not familiar with
Oh,
it.
you should get to know them. They're lovely. They're lovely. They're a great pet. Scorpions are not an underwater animal. You found the scorpion, you touched it. You got that right. 120 in your bank. Jake and Felix. You guys ever do anything stupid as a family?
Well, my dad left me at Kmart when I was about 7, and he wondered why it was quiet in the car on the way home, so.
Next time when I say we're leaving, we're leaving. All right. Okay.
Do you guys ever play cash together?
Oh, yeah.
You hear that, Pop? Some fathers and sons play catch. Are you ready for your next test?
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
we do it.
Okay, your next idiot test begins right now.
Which phrase is literally impossible for her to do? Talk your ear off.
Hey, you locked in with $80. What'd you do?
Well, she can't talk her ear off. I mean, unless she's like Van Gogh, but he didn't really talk his ear off.
No, he cut his ear off.
Right.
So you're saying you can't talk your ear off? You clearly have not dated any of my ex-girlfriends. Says which phrase is literally impossible for her to do. She, of course, could fall off a wagon, slip under a radar, or get into hot water. But you cannot actually physically talk your ear off. $80 in your bank, well done. That is the end of our first round of play. There's $180 for Jake and Felix, the father-son. Our mother-son, Christian and Trista, $260. When we come back, I'll be taking selfies in a bathroom. Idiot test, coming at you. I like to do duck faces. I do duck lips.
Weekends on Game Show Network are all about
Big fun! Big, super big.
big, super big fun with Chain Reaction, Cash Cab, America Says, and Family Feud.
Big fun!
You done yet? It's 2 a.m. Why are you still scrolling through videos? You're not paying me overtime here. If you really want to see something new, why not change those shades that have been broken for the past 2 years? Let's tap the Thumbtack app, and in a matter of seconds, we'll find a pro to install new shades.
Okay.
With Thumbtack, you can easily find top-rated professionals for every home project.
Thumbtack, the easy way to care for your home.
Attention, this is an important message. If you suffer from lower back pain, hip pain, and shooting pain down your legs, you could be experiencing a sciatic nerve pain attack. Now, researchers have discovered a simple switch to instantly turn your pain off. It's called B-Active Plus, the ingenious acupressure system that applies gentle targeted compression to turn off sciatic nerve pain signals for instant relief. Just slip it on, adjust the strap, and the pain is gone.
Oh, wow. It's like a button just turned the pain off.
Wow, I can feel the pain relief already.
The pain is gone.
I feel a lot of relief already.
Sciatica is an excruciating pain that radiates from your lower back down into your legs. But simply apply B-Active Plus to the trigger point on the calf just below your knee and live, work, and be pain-free.
The instant I put it on, it was like an immediate relief. I was able to stand up straighter. Oh my God, this thing really works.
The secret is the AcuPoint pressure pad that applies gentle targeted compression to the trigger point so the pain is turned off. In fact, it works so well, the FDA cleared B-Active Plus as a breakthrough medical device.
With B-Active Plus, it can help apply pressure to the trigger point on the side of the calf to help relieve sciatica.
Wear it while walking, playing with the kids. Plus, it can be worn discreetly under clothes. B-Active Plus is the drug-free way to make sciatic nerve pain go away. Call or go online to order your B-Active Plus acupressure system for the special TV discount price of just $29.99. If you don't begin to get instant relief, send it back and owe nothing. But to make this the most pain-free offer on TV, you can get a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Call or log on to buybeactiveplus.com. Order now.
When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Our convenient options are ready in as little as 15 minutes and way quicker than takeout. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Welcome back to Idiot Test. It is a family face-off. I'm your host, Ben Glebe, and I'm available to be part of your family. In this round, players will be tested as individuals. This time, each test will start at $500, but every second they fail to answer will cost them $25. Jake and Felix are trailing with $180, so you get to go first. Jake, you guys are close, you can tell that. But obviously, every son needs to have some tools in his bag, some arrows in his quiver to annoy his father. What's your go-to to annoy Pop?
I'm a random fact generator. I take pretty good pride in it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Let's hear a couple random facts.
I do it a lot. So, dolphins like to sleep on their backs.
Like on the ground or in the water?
No, I made that one up.
I can see how that would be very annoying. I'm at the edge of my limit right now. Okay, your next idiot test begins right now.
Okay, traditionally, how many different words come before stream in the song Row, 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 row your boat gently down the 6.
Okay, locked in with 250. What'd you do?
So I just counted all the words before row, row, row your boat gently down the, and it could be 8, but the first 3 rows, it's the same word, so I don't want to count it, 3 different times, so I went with 6.
It sounded almost like a remix of Row Your Boat the way you did that. That was pretty gangster. Row your boat, gently down the stream. You know what I mean? You didn't count row 3 times is what it seems. You took 6, you touched it, and I gotta give you some money now. $250 in your bank. You got it, kid?
Yes!
Come on.
Yes!
Yeah. It is a perfect game to this point, Krista. So tell me, what were you doing when you were your son's age? What were you like?
When I was 19, I was on a game show, and I won a watch, a washer and dryer, a cruise, and the grand prize, which was a car.
Holy. When was it?
25 years ago.
Wow, and what game show was that?
It was Classic Concentration with Alex Trebek. Yes!
One of my heroes in life, You've met Alex Trebek. Have you touched him?
I did.
Did you pet the mustache? I would have. Are you ready for your next test?
I am.
All right, your solo idiot test begins right now.
Go back and touch the correct dog below. The correct dog below. Go back and touch the correct dog. Get your finger
150.
on red dog.
Okay, you locked in with $100. What'd you do?
I read the information above backwards. It says park your finger on red dog in park. And this is the only red dog in the park, so that's who I pressed.
It says go back and touch the correct dog. That's how you knew to go backwards, right?
Yes.
If you read forward, it would just say, crap, Nigo, there no rank for crap. Our perfect game continues. $100 in your bank. Nicely done. That is correct. Felix. It's a great dad named Felix.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite father-son moment from your life?
My best moment is when I accidentally left him in Kmart when he was 10.
It's the one that comes up every time, Ben. Every time.
Other than that, they're all good.
It's been all downhill since then. Yeah, I like that. You ready to keep playing?
Yes.
All right, your solo idiot test begins right now.
The buffet is closed. What did the customer definitely get to eat?
$150. Okay, you locked in a $125. What'd you do?
The buffet's closed, so they couldn't eat. So I touched an empty plate because she ate nothing.
She got the plate in order to eat. They didn't let her put any food on it. Your plate's not empty, sir. $125 more.
Right.
Nicely done. Still a perfect game. It is a perfect game to this point, Christian.
Keep it going.
Christian, it's a perfect game. Everyone's gotten their questions right. You don't want to let your mom down, do you?
Of course not.
No, I get it. How did your mom make sure you didn't grow up to be an idiot?
I was kind of a smart ass when I was growing up, so, she wasn't afraid to spank me a little bit, kept me in line.
I'm kind of a smart ass too, Mom. You know what I'm saying? Should we keep playing?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, good. Your solo idiot test begins now.
Some idiot switched the Q from the upper left key. Which key will type the Q now? Q's down here. It's M. I'm thinking it's still gonna be the same one. Right there.
Okay, locked in a 125. What'd you do?
Well, I hit M because M and Q were switched, and I don't think by just changing the label it would change what that key types.
Because typewriters strike based on the positioning of the basic laws of typewriter key strike dynamics.
Yeah, exactly.
You would
Basic
realize
stuff.
that just changing what letters labeled on top does not change what it strikes.
Yeah.
It would still be the upper left key to get that Q onto your paper. And to get 125 in your bank, you do what you did. You got that right. Nicely done. That is the end of 2 rounds of play. Christian and Trista, our son and mother, have $485, and Jake and Felix, our father-son, $555. Our next round, the stakes get even higher because they're going to face off against each other in a head-to-head battle. Idiot test. We'll be right back. Has anybody seen my mom?
Before I lost the weight, I definitely wasn't feeling like myself.
The picture showed this huge guy, and I'm like, oh my God, is that me?
Now is the time for you to try Nutrisystem with food that is new for 2022, including new premium meals with up to 30 grams of protein and new restaurant favorites.
I look at pictures now and I'll go, you look good.
I've lost 127 pounds.
I lost 40 pounds.
Act now. Go online or call to get 50% off and start losing weight today.
Browsing the web without NordVPN could mean sharing your personal data with more people than you think. Get NordVPN and protect your sensitive data from being spied on. NordVPN. Online security starts with a click.
Enjoy these oddly satisfying blends in a blendette too. Let's try bell pepper, a celebrity favorite, celery juice, slay a dragon, fruit, Oreos and milk become one. Yum. And of course, in just 20 seconds, you can make a delicious smoothie too. Just add your favorite fruit, milk, ice, and blend. And cleanup is a breeze. Just add a drop of soap, water, and blend. You'll enjoy 15 blends before recharging with any USB port. Fast and free shipping is included. Order yours now exclusively from blendjet.com and prepare to be mesmerized.
For Imprint, this is Lisa. Hi, I'd like 50 welcome wows and 300 customer I love it.
Promotional products from 4imprint are certain to deliver ooh yes.
Wow.
I love it. Find some wow now at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
It's time to lose the weight for good. Try Golo. No subscriptions, just real results that last.
I've lost 70 pounds, 58 pounds, 22 pounds, 128 pounds.
138 pounds in 9 months. Crazy, right?
It's time to put dieting behind you and get your health and vitality back.
Once you start this plan and you do what you're supposed to do, you are going to feel amazing. You're going to have a new life.
Change your life now at Golo.com.
On Family Feud, the best answers
Name something your mother-in-law has that's bigger than yours.
make everybody
Smile.
Welcome back to a family face-off episode of Idiot Test. Jake and Felix are leading with $555. And Christian and Trista trailing closely behind with $485 in their bank. But do not worry, because it is still anybody's game. This round determines which team goes on to our Smart Money round and a shot at $10,000. It has been a perfect game till this point, and we are about to play 2 head-to-head tests. Your offspring will play our second harder test for $2,500. You'll be playing our first test for $1,000, and you will lose $50 every second that you do not answer. You each have your own money meter you can lock in at any time. So the older, wiser people are playing the easier test. Why is that?
I have more faith in my son.
You, sir?
And I have faith in her son, too.
Okay, here is your first head-to-head idiot test. Figure it out. We got a lock-in. We got another lock-in. Come on over, Trista. It's been a perfect game so far.
I know.
No one's missed a single question.
No.
You locked in with $850. You're trailing by just 70. Tell me what you did.
I made a mistake. I touched the pancake when I actually
But it says
should've-
touch the pancake.
Well, technically, the way the paper is ripped, it's supposed to be cake pan.
Touch the cake pan.
And I should have touched the cake pan.
If you look at the tears in the banner, it does not say touch the pancake. It originally said touch the cake pan. Even though that looks tasty and I understand the motivation to do that, I cannot give you money that is incorrect. I'm gonna go over here to this guy.
Okay.
Come on over, Felix. Felix. You've been playing perfect game for your team as well, and you did not touch the pancakes, did you?
No, I did not. I touched the actual cake thinking the pancake, I didn't really get the rip batter aspect.
You didn't get that right, I'm sorry.
I know.
No more money for either team. Switch plates with your partners. It's still $555 to $485. This is a $2,500 test with $100 taken away every second you do not answer. The youth of America is about to take on this final test. Are you gonna make your parents proud? Or are you gonna let them down one more time? The whole game comes down to this. You need to answer a little bit quicker because you're trailing by a little bit. Here is your head-to-head idiot test. Touch the two people who are behind the person who's behind them. You got a lock in? $1,500. Got another lock in. Jake, come on over. Jake, you are up by $70, buddy, and you locked in at $1,700. Tell me what you did.
So it says touch the people who are behind the people who are behind them. And because there's two behinds, it wouldn't be either of the two front people because they have people in front of them. It's got to be three people, so it's these groups. And I picked the most behind person because there's two behinds.
You couldn't have interpreted that any more weirdly or explained it any more confusingly.
It makes sense up here.
It says touch the two people who are behind the person who's behind them. I'm sorry you did not get it right. If your opponent got this right, they win the game, and you will have let your father down.
I'm used to it.
If they did not get it right either, then you will have won the game.
Yep.
Let me go over here. Christian, come on over. 25 years ago, your mom won on a classic game show.
Yeah.
Standing next to my idol, Alex Trebek, like you're standing next to me right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're following directly in your mom's footsteps.
I'm trying.
You locked in with $1,000. You're only trailing by $70.
Yeah.
So if you got it right, you win the game. Explain what you did.
Well, I touched this man right in the middle. I heard him lock in, so I kind of rushed it.
And you actually tapped it twice. Why did you touch that guy in the middle?
Well, because they were the same and it seemed that they were the furthest back of all these people.
You guys both, I think, are overthinking this a little bit. It says touch the two people who are behind the person who's behind them. The only way you can be behind the person who's behind you is if you're back to back. That way the person who's behind you is the person you're also behind.
Yeah.
It would be the two that are back to back right there. Neither of you got it right, but that makes our winners Jake and Felix. They're going on to our final round. $555 for our father and son team. Come on over and join us. You guys, it was very nice to meet you. I'm sorry it did not work out.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Look, you've already had a successful game show history as a family.
Yeah.
You can have your mom tell you stories about how she won 25 years ago and just rub it in the rest of your life. It's great. Did you have fun playing?
We had a great time.
You did?
Yeah,
Very
great
nice to
time.
meet you.
You too.
So nice to meet you too. Thank you for being here. Careful down the stairs. Come on over, gentlemen. Jake and Felix, our father and son team, have earned a spot in our Smart Money round. We're in a moment. They will each play the same test. First shot at $10,000 when Idiot Test returns. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Oh my God.
Weekends on Game Show Network are all about
Big fun!
big, super big fun.
We've been waiting for this moment to be on Game Show Network.
Now's your time to shine.
Let's take a ride in the cash cab.
We are super fans of the show.
We binge watch it.
Real excitement there, folks.
This mango hint water tastes just like mango.
How can water taste just like fruit?
How can our feet look just like our hands? How can our feet look just like our hands?
For a limited time, new customers get 45% off on our top flavors at drinkhint.com. That's 36 bottles for $36. Only $1 per bottle. And if you order now, we'll ship it right to your door for free.
Please tell me you heard that voice.
Hint. Water with a touch of true fruit flavor.
Trying on glasses using Warby Parker's virtual try-on is so lifelike, so realistic, that you might not even be able to tell what's real from what's virtual. Yep, it's that good. Virtually try on hundreds of styles in the Warby Parker app.
Garden of Life's doctor-formulated women's probiotics contain 40 billion probiotics that help your digestion so you can be a more regular human.
I think everyone knows that women...
Hold on. Look for Garden of Life, the #1 probiotic that helps women, #2.
You should just say it.
It's a pretty basic word.
The secret of every great chef is their knives and how well they sharpen them. Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Imagine no more. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. Coated with Granite Stone non-stick and made of stainless steel. One of the hardest substances on earth for ultimate cutting-edge durability. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro.
Very comfortable. Very sharp. I thought you had to be a professional chef to cut like this.
Yeah. Woo! This is really an incredible knife.
The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy. To chop salads in seconds, cut frozen solid meat with ease, and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off, and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp, guaranteed. Why pay hundreds? Today, you'll get this complete set of 6 NutriBlades for only $29.95. You'll get the powerful Santoku knife to chop large fruit and dice onions. The slicer for razor-thin veggies and deli meat. The serrated bread knife for slicing fresh, warm bread with ease. The ultralight chef knife with reduced surface area for less friction. This versatile utility blade is great in the kitchen and around your home. And the precision paring knife for peeling and garnishing. $29.95 is an amazing value, but order right now and we'll even ship them to you for free. So get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone, the last knives you'll ever buy.
To order, call 1-800-614-2698 or go online to buynutriblade.com. That's 1-800-614-2698 or go to buynutriblade.com. Order now.
Welcome back to Idiot Test. This is our family face-off episode, and this is our smart money round. Father and son, Jake and Felix, are about to take a shot at bringing their winnings up to our grand prize of $10,000. Felix, here's how it works, sir. You and your son, Jake, who's backstage and cannot hear us, will have a combined 40 seconds to answer the exact same test. When you lock in an answer, the clock stops. Whatever time is remaining is all that Jake will have left to answer. If only one of you gets it right, you will get an additional $1,000. But if you both get it right, you'll win $10,000. How do you feel right now?
A little nervous, but hopefully I can do it.
Okay, sir. For $10,000, here's your final test. Which below fits into all the items above?
Which below fits into all the items above? Fits into all the items above. So
30 seconds.
I guess the person.
Okay, you're locked in with 26 seconds left. Please step back to your island. Jake, let's do this. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Jake, your father left you 26 seconds.
Oh, nice.
Plenty of time. Are you ready to play? Mm-hmm. Get comfortable in front of the screen. For $10,000, Jake, here's your final test.
Okay.
Which below fits into all the items above? $15 seconds. 10 seconds. Okay, you're locked in with 6 seconds left on the clock. Come on back and join us, Felix. I'm sorry you both touched different answers, so you can't win the 10 grand. But you got a better chance of adding $1,000 to your total. Mm-hmm. Tell me what it is that you did, Jake.
I saw baseball, went with the mitt, sports ring, like you won a World Series ring, and then baseball shoes. Underwear, I was a little confused, but I think I just blanked, honestly.
Sure. It doesn't look like a sports ring particularly, and doesn't fit into it. That is incorrect, I'm sorry. Tell me, Felix, what you did.
I looked at all the items, and then I saw, wow, geez, the person fits into all those things. So I picked the person.
That is correct. You got another $1,000. Your dad came through for you.
Yeah, he did.
An extra $1,000. That brings your total to $1,555. Thank you guys for playing. You're a great family. Follow us, #IdiotTest and @Ben Gleib. Until next time, don't be an idiot.